We have two more Astroworld survivors, Kaya and Zach. So Kaya, I want to start with you. I know you go to concerts. Were there any red flags that you saw early on, either before or right at the beginning of the concert?
Whenever we first got there, it just kind of seemed like any other one. But then as like time kept on going on, you were like, okay, I'm getting kind of squished in here. It's gonna be all right though. It's okay. And then whenever he was supposed to come out, they put the timer on stage. And that's when everything started getting like a little bit too tight. And you were like, okay, it's a little hard to breathe. And then as time went on, it just got worse.
And Zach, how close were you two to the stage?
We were about 25 to 50 feet away from the stage.
Really close.
So very close. And Kaya, had you ever been in a situation like that before?
I hadn't. And like, you didn't really know what to feel. You were just like in a panic. You were just like, I need to get out.
Well, and Dr. Ish, I'm sure that scenario, that panic button gets pressed, I mean, right away.
Well, and the worst part is you're panicking in a situation, Kaya and Zach, that you know you can't escape from, right? Because there's 50,000 other folks who are feeling the exact same thing. And so that takes your panic from a 5 to a 15 immediately. What was that feeling like for you, Kaya?
Whenever I knew that I had Zach there with me, I was kind of like, okay, like he'll get me out. Like I know that he's going to do everything he can to get me out of here.
Yeah.
But then whenever he was holding me up and like I was trying to get the cold air, because if you were down at level with everyone else, you were just breathing in hot air. And so he was holding me up so I could try to breathe some. But then I looked back to see where he was at, and people were like, they were just like trying to go on top of him, trying to move to where he was at. So then we lost each other. And then in that moment, I was like, it's up to me to get out of here. Like I have to get myself out of here now. And that's whenever I started like, I started crying and I was like screaming. And so it was just very scary.
And Kaya and Zach, how did you eventually get to a safe place?
I had to try and get myself out, but whenever I realized that that wasn't working, I was like, okay, well, if I can't get out, you could at least help someone else get out. And so I saw this guy and a girl, and the girl was passed out in his arms, and he was screaming that he needed a medic, and he was trying to get her out. So I went to the floor to try and get her feet, so I thought we could crowd surf her out. And whenever I went down there, people like they were like standing on top of my legs and my feet, like they had no regard. And so I tried to come back up, but I couldn't. So I had to wiggle out of my shoes so people would get off of me. And then while I was down there, people were trying to like claw up your body so that they could get up from where they were down. And so you had people trying to use yourself to get up.
Kaya, did you think you were going to die? I mean, were you in
I did.
fear of losing your life?
Whenever I was down there, I was really panicking, and I just kind of prayed, and I was like, please get me out of here. Like I don't want to go like this. While I was down there and I had my shoes off now, and I was kind of trying to get back up, but nobody was really helping. There was this big man, and he had like came through a crowd of people, and you could notice that like he had been fighting to come through. And we made eye contact, and I begged him to help me up, to get me out. And I was just screaming that. And he grabbed me by my tank top straps, and I grabbed his arms, and he just pulled me out of the pit that I was in. And then he bulldozed through people to get me out.